Welcome, everyone. On behalf of the University of North Carolina at Asheville, welcome to our Peace Day celebration. My name is James Whalen, and I'm our student body president here. And it is my honor and privilege to welcome you all here live and you at home, UNC Asheville's celebration of peace with this Google Hangout. I want to thank each and every one of you for supporting peace. And a special thank you to those who are participating in this live Google Hangout, interconnecting us in a worldwide celebration of peace. I especially want to thank Michelle, who just ran away, Senior Senator Alex Perry, and Ben Mack, and all who have worked so hard to produce today's festival on our campus. Let's give them a round of applause, please. In 1981, the United Nations unanimously voted on a proposition by Costa Rica to have an International Day of Peace. In 2001, they selected today, September 21st, to each year celebrate peace. The tireless work of Jeremy Gilley and his Peace One Day organization and many others, the International Day of Peace has grown every year, reaching more communities, touching more lives, and promoting peace around the world. Today, peace has found its way to my campus. And not a moment too soon. In fact, I'd say UNC Asheville is the perfect place to celebrate peace. The students of UNC Asheville crave peace, facing the same turmoil every student in the country faces. Repeated sexual assault, overwhelming stress, and the painful uncertainty that accompanies college debt, a jobless economy, and an uncertain future. And we are passionate about peace, working daily for environmental justice in and outside the classroom, routinely making UNC Asheville the greenest public university in North Carolina. Cultivating inner peace in our health and wellness classes, the Mindfulness Club, and Health and Counseling Center, and promoting peace between people through the Acts of Random Kindness program called BART, the love taught by our faith-based student organizations, and the violence prevention that Speak Up and Feminist Collective work on daily. In all ways, UNC Asheville is a perfect location to celebrate peace. And I hope this might become an annual tradition. Now, it is time for me to introduce to you our Master of Ceremonies for this international Google Hangout. His name is Mr. Eric Malone, and he is an unfailing and ardent ally for peace. Many of us in this area might already know Eric as a stand-up comic or as the general manager of 1-800-Water Damage, where he has helped his company be at greater peace with nature by constantly choosing more ecological solutions to grow his business. Eric is active in making our community a better place and promoting peace. Please bring your hands together as we welcome to our stage Mr. Eric Malone.
Thanks, James. I appreciate that. Well, my name is Eric Malone. I'm with 1-800-Water Damage, and we try to promote peace in our community in a few different ways. One, we find ourselves very active in ongoing initiatives in our community, whether it is promoting women-owned businesses, which the company I work for is one, whether it is promoting, as Mr. Whalen said, ecological solutions for the products that we use. A lot of the cleaning chemicals that are used in my industry are typically very caustic. We work very hard to find some that are more ecologically safe and friendly for our community. Another thing that we really work toward is providing a living wage for our workers. It's not just enough to have a worker there, any warm body, and pay him what you got to at the absolute minimum. We try to make sure that they know that they're appreciated and we do so by making sure that they walk home with a little bit more money. So the budget isn't as big a deal. Another thing that we really work hard with is in training with our people. People feel better about themselves when you invest in them and you invest in their career. And we try to give people the tools that they need, whether they work for us or they go on to work for others, to continue to be productive in the future. One of the other things that we really find key is working in our community to truly promote love. If we can't love ourselves, then there's no way we have a chance to love our community. If we can't love our community, then we can't change our world. We really try hard to help people that are in bad situations, whether they have a flood in their home, a fire in their home, or some unfortunate issues with mold. We try to come in there and give them a peaceful face, somebody who wants to help, and try and make them feel a little bit more like family. And not the kind of family that we're all used to that you want to throw out after 3 days. The kind of people that you kind of want to hang around. So today I'm here before you getting to be the Master of Ceremonies, which is a really weird thing for me. As you can tell, I dressed up for it. That was a joke. You can laugh. It's okay. A little bit of levity. I mean, the jokes may not be funny, but we can all pretend this is going out international, and I don't want to bomb on 7 continents. So at any rate, though, we want to go ahead and continue on. And from the Healing Love Institute, please be prepared to be inspired. Robert Zackary, or as many people around here know him as, Zack.
Thank you. I really have something prepared for you because many of you know I'm a long-winded speaker and I only have 3 minutes, so we're just going to get down to it. I have a question to ask. Why speak of peace when the Chinese destroying Tibet and Syria herself from inside, outside, destroying herself, and at home here where bona fide so-called C's say kill them all? Why speak of peace when rivers growing more contaminated and moving slower and animals of the high mountains can't find a safe haven for hundreds of miles because of the encroachment of humans? Why speak of peace when our children and parents' future was slip, slide, slid from under us by night when we were caught dozing highs put before our distracted, innocent faces, while chemtrails blacken our consciousness and our minds under the sustained laughter of greed? Why speak of peace? Because, do you want to know why speak of peace? Because I am peace. You are peace. Peace talks to us from under our chakra city. Peace nurses our inner hide souls. Peace bridges gaps unknown. Why speak of peace? Peace sits right outside the door of your heart. So all you got to do is reach. We were taught to reach outward, but all you got to do is reach within, and there be peace. Why speak of peace? Go home and look in our mirror, heart chakras at peace, and realize your peace in the mirror. We've been taught looking out to look in, but the ancients first looked in to go forth outward. When I step on Mama Peace in the morning sun and raise my peaceful hands to the universal one. Peace abides in the centerfold. Mercy and truth have met together. Righteousness and peace kissed each other. Peace be Uchi Wuchi Saw. Peace be Coochie Moochie Law. It will make you sing. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin in me. Or I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river. I am peaceful. I am holy. I am meant to be. I am peaceful. I am holy. And I am meant to be. May peace be with you till we meet again. May peace be with you till we meet again. May peace and love be with you till we meet again. Till we meet again.
Wow, thank you so much for that, Zack. That was incredible. Now, part of peace is peace between people, and you can't do that alone. We're grateful to be interconnected with Florida Institute of Technology as we now hear from the words of a Florida Institution of Technology student. Please welcome me in welcoming Jonas Fuglas.
Good afternoon. My name is Jonas Fuglas. I'm a student at the Florida Institute of Technology and a member of the Pi Kappa Alpha fraternity. Peace is a widely used term these days and has been the last 60-something years since the end of the Second World War. With the globalizing world, communications and trade are higher than ever. Peace has often been associated with the opposite of war since the 60s peace movement. And in my segment, I want to focus on global peace and peace among people. If I could associate one word with peace, I would choose friendship. Being a member of a fraternal organization, I'm building lifelong friendships every day and strive to keep these for the future to come. Knowing firmly I might not be in touch with these individuals more than once a year or once a decade, a strong friendship made won't fade away. Being a student at Florida Institute of Technology has exposed me to students alike from all around the world. A total of 66 countries are represented here at Florida Tech. Overcoming personal and cultural differences in and outside the classroom has made me realize how we're really not that different. I believe making friendships with like-minded from all around the world will give me a broader view on life and international affairs for the years to come. I would like to touch on friendship across borders, which can be seen as a way of connecting countries, even in the microscopic way. Many of these individual friendships across borders might create a larger impact. Having been part of an organization who works for peace and friendship across borders, it's called CISV, Children's International Summer Villages. I can proudly say I have friends in over 25 countries, and with knowledge about them and their culture. I can also proudly say I would never accept living in a world where my nation is at war with the country where I have friends currently living. That's my view on global peace and peace among people during this Peace Day 2014. Thanks for your time. I hope my view and experiences of friendship across borders have given you some insight in how I think we can work for peace in this world. Happy Peace Day.
Thank you so much, Jonas. That was outstanding. We appreciate that so much. Now, for those of you who are here with us now, here at University of North Carolina at Asheville, you know we're in for a treat. Next to me, we have the students from Rainbow Mountain Community School performing a piece by AO Music.
That was incredible. Thank you so much for handling that and community school. Wow, and we have a couple of cookie cakes that have been donated by the Great American Cookie Company.
Boy, those look good.
Thank you so much. Now, for our next presenter, we have Vicki Sandler. She is an energy expert, be it green or your personal energy. She is a world traveler, an award-winning author, former CEO of a successful green energy company, and senior attorney. She is an alum of the University of Arizona and Arizona State University, whose passion is to help us understand how to consciously direct our energy to create inner peace and the life we love. Thank you, Vicki.
Thank you, Eric. And I will leave the beautiful singing to the students and to Zack. Wow, they really give us hope for future generations, don't they? Well, I'm going to address inner peace, and it leads to peace between people and peace with nature. How, you might ask? Well, everything is energy. You are your energy. The quantum physicists are demonstrating that. But oftentimes, we are not conscious of where our energy is actually flowing. But when you become aware of whether your thoughts, beliefs, and actions are creating the thing you love versus the thing you fear, you open your own world to inner peace. Inner peace emanates from quieting the conscious, analytical, egoic, fear-based part of your mind that erroneously thinks that you're separate from everything else. But because everything is energy, we are all connected. We are all one. Your internal chaos in our hectic world and those of millions of others are mirrored back to us in our external environment. But conversely, when you are in the state of being peaceful, full of love and gratitude, your energy of well-being is reflected back in our world. Psychiatrist and physician, maybe some of you know of his work, David R. Hawkins, he demonstrates that when just one person lives in the energy of love, 750,000 humans are elevated from a fear-based survival mode because the scale of power advances logarithmically. So to consciously direct your energy to create the life and ultimately the world you love, I invite you to practice this short breathing exercise with me right now. So if you're comfortable, please shut out over 80% of the stimulus that comes into your conscious mind and brain by closing your eyes. Just close your eyes. And now deeply breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, as if you're filling a glass full of water, that's the air in your belly, and sucking that water up the straw into your chest. All right, let's just try that. Big breath in through the nose and out with a big ah. Let's hear it. Ah, just let it out. Again, in and out. Now just breathe in and out, and as you do so, feel the love going in and out of your heart with each breath. Feel that. And as you do, send love to people on this Peace Day Hangout. See it, feel love emanating from your heart. Now see those, Eric and Loren and Ben and Michelle and the UNC campus and the students at University of Arizona and ASU who are participating. All those, see them and thank them for their support in sending energy towards peace as you breathe. And then give someone very close to you who supported you in being right here in this moment see them and give them a great big hug. And now, love on yourself with a great big hug. Just squeeze the lovin's in. Take a deep breath. Put a big smile across your face. Open your eyes and just say, thanks for peace. Let's hear it. Thanks for peace. You see, because the attitude of gratitude, as we all know, is love. And as you practice gratitude breathing, you will not only be creating peace and harmony within, but you will contribute to elevating love within our entire world. So thanks for your energy.
And thank you, Vicki Sandler. That was outstanding. Now we have another person getting ready to come up who's been a long-time supporter of Peace Day, and is also the owner of Asheville's Dog Tag Art. So please help me in welcoming to the stage, Mr. Ryan Deal.
Thank you, Eric, and thanks everyone for coming out today. So I'm here speaking on behalf of Dog Tag Art as a small business here based in Asheville. We're a business that is based on a really simple profit-building model, selling pet ID tags online. But we're kind of here today to show how a company like us can represent a lot more than just a simple business model. So what we practice is a conscious capitalism, and that is a phrase I know some of you are familiar with. Ben talks about it a lot, Mark talks about it a lot, and it's really the idea of recognizing that every single little thing you do as a business in your community makes a meaningful impact, and that can be down to your very local community, even your office space, all the way to the planet as a whole. And so we like to focus on kind of practicing our conscious capitalism in the realm of people, their pets, and the planet. And it really kind of ties into how everything is connected, people's happiness and the relationship they have with their pets, and their environment, when they take that pet out on a walk, or and just enjoying the city, or even caring for pets across the entire country, helping out with numerous organizations that are there to help out homeless pets and pets with special needs. And so we're always striving to do what we can to work with other organizations like that, and make those connections across the world. And Ben asked for me to focus a little bit on kind of how we're planet conscious, and this is another thing that we kind of want to represent as a small business that can make every impact that's possible. So our products are made of all recycled stainless steel, and they're environmentally friendly, they're all recyclable, and a big thing we've been wanting to focus on is kind of transitioning to alternative energy for our offices, and the fact that we're actually just renting an office park made it a little difficult to do something like attaching a solar panel or a wind turbine, but we have found a great program that we kind of started in the last year with Duke Progress Energy, where we're able to buy 500 kilowatt hours of energy from a renewable energy source to make up for actually about 90% of our average energy uses just within our facilities, and so in that way, we are 90% powered by renewable energy, and we're hoping to go to 100% if the program turns out to be really a good fit for us by 2015. And yeah, we're just here to say that every little thing you do to make an impact, especially as a small business, a big business, and always keep that in mind and be conscious. Thank you so much.
you so much, Ryan. I think for me it's really important that business owners, business managers get a hold of this as well as everybody else. We have to realize that peace starts with us and emanates outward. And if we're not going to let it start with us, then it's never going to start. So with that, we're getting ready to meet an artist who has successfully raised $20,000 on Kickstarter. He's going to tell you all about his story. The part of the story I think I may want to hear the most about is how he's a recovering couch surfer. So please welcome Mr. Ori Bengal.
Hey everyone, so I was a troublesome child. I didn't do my homework, I doodled in class, I shoplifted, I fought, I didn't do my chores, and I was stubborn as heck. I didn't play well by other people's rules, and much of this led to a turbulent life. But I want to talk to you about addictions. Addictions have a bad reputation. You always think homeless meth addicts stealing from their loved ones in order to score their next fix. Well, Tony Robbins says that there are 6 human needs: certainty, uncertainty, significance, connection, growth, and contribution. He says that anything that delivers on 3 or more of these can become an addiction. Violence is the example that he always gives. Now, I was addicted. I was addicted to traveling and adventure, which I did for 6 years through couch surfing. Now, I didn't have to steal anything. Rather, I had to keep pushing myself to learn more, so I had more skills to pay for my ongoing travels. I stayed with hundreds of people across the USA for over 6 years, and I got to discover a ton about life, about people, and about myself. But shortly before my journey ended, a buddy took me to some galleries in Maui. Now, I didn't want to go. I was expecting it was going to be boring and snooty, but it wasn't. Once we got there, it was my buddy that was bored. He was bored waiting on me because I took so much time looking at everything. Like going through all those galleries, I knew right then and there that this, creating art, is what I had to do with my life. Now, to get good, I announced on Facebook that I'd be posting a new work of art every single day. And I have, going on 3 years now. Now, I don't have to travel and jump out of planes anymore. I paint and sculpt. It gives me certainty. Every day I'm going to do this. It gives me uncertainty. Every piece is going to be different. It gives me significance. You know, all these people think I'm a great artist. It gives me connection. Every day people on Facebook like and comment on my images. It gives me growth because I work to get better every single day. And it allows me to contribute, like speaking on here about my art, and I've also raised thousands of dollars for charity with my art. I have an inner peace that I've never had before. I still play by my own rules, but I no longer have to travel and jump off of things. I found what I was looking for, and it's what made me happy as a kid, doodling instead of taking notes. Now, people tell us to be realistic, to get a job that's going to pay the bills, but there's an audience out there for whatever your dream is. Mine just happened to be painting. So find your dream, pursue it passionately, protect it, fear.
Oh, I hate that we lost Ori there. But I think what he was talking about is so important. We have to find that thing that wets our whistle and pursue it with all our might. And I think that's what Ori is doing. So good for him. And I'm thrilled that that's how where he's finding peace in his life. Let me tell you that our next presenter that's getting ready to come up, there is a list of things that he does, and I was reading through them and I got tired. Apparently one of the things he does not do well is free time. He is apparently a poet, a translator, a musician, a freelance writer, catch my breath, and a producer of poetry events. Please welcome to the stage Mr. Caleb Beissert.
Thanks, Eric. Happy Peace Day, everyone.
Happy Peace Day.
I'm going to read a poem on the subject of peace with nature. This poem was inspired by Alan Weisman, who wrote a book called The Earth Without. This is called Back to the Garden. continents of plastic bottles, drifting on the open ocean, the rise and swell of milk jugs and tufts of bubble wrap that even the undiscerning sea cannot swallow. And the birds drop seeds of foreign trees that will grow amongst steel girders high on suspension bridges, bridges above rivers, cutting rivers, that find a way. And everything finds a way to the rivers, to the sea.
One last
The phytoplankton feed on the polyethylene we bathe in. And even in the destruction, the mother radiation, our brother petroleum, old father concrete, the cracking of steel, sure as magnetism. Roots creep back in. Invisible fibers web, and a swoop of cranes lands so weightlessly they don't set off the mine. In the valley of setting sun, like endangered seraphim, they begin to clean their feathers slowly, work they are used to, same as the forest, phoenixing from grasses and shrubs, again and again, through countless sunrises, countless by our tiny numbers, lost to our empty memory.
Thank you for that, Caleb. That was moving. And another thing I forgot to tell you about, on top of his impressive list of things he does, next year he will not have to listen to my nasally drones. Mr. Caleb Beissert will be next year's MC of this event. So thank you again so much. So our next presenter is coming from London. His name is Julian James. He is a magician, an author, and a philosopher. Please welcome him.
This is Julian James coming to you from London, England. And I'm not going to explain what I'm going to be sharing with you today and taking you through. I'm just going to begin and allow you to experience this process for yourself. So wherever you happen to be at this very moment, just take a moment and find the most comfortable position and give yourself permission to get as comfortable as you can. And I'd like you to bring to mind a person you know that you've recently had some conflict with. Someone that's done something to you or said something to you that's caused you some anguish or frustration. Or a person you've had some unresolved issues with. Think of that person right now and imagine what they look like. And I'd like you to imagine yourself sitting in a very comfortable room, on a very comfortable chair, and you're sitting opposite this person. And I'd like you to see this person through your own eyes, seeing them sitting in the chair, looking at you opposite you. But I don't want you to focus on their physical body or any memory you have about them. Instead, I want you to see through their body to the very core of them and realize that just like you, this person wishes and desires to feel loved. And just take a moment to settle into that realization. That this person, despite anything they've said or anything they've done at any moment in their life, desires to feel loved, just like you. And just take a deep breath and let it out. And I want you to realize, as you're looking at this person, that just like you, this person has felt pain and anguish and suffering in their life. Just like you. And that they are vulnerable to the same experiences and the same forces of the universe as you are. And that despite whatever they've done and whatever they've said, you both share this very same sense of vulnerability. And take another deep breath and let it out. And as you sit there in this chair looking at this person, realize that just like you, this person seeks a sense of fulfillment in their life. And that beyond all of the surface level behaviors that they've enacted, they wish to be desired and appreciated and to feel a sense of comfort, just like you. And just take a moment to settle into that realization. And finally, I'd like you to take one last deep breath. Let it out. And just pay attention, just notice the difference in the way you now feel. Notice the difference in your thoughts and in your body. Happy Peace Day, everyone. Thank you.
Happy Peace Day to you, Julian. Thank you. Our next presenter is a local Ashevillean who's advocating worker-owned cooperatives, as well as the creation of safe spaces. Please join me in welcoming Libertie.
Hi, welcome everyone. So, I have sort of like a prepared statement, but I want to go off script, just right to start off with, which may bode poorly perhaps for the next 3 minutes, I'm not sure. But I wanted to go ahead and give a shout out for all the folks who are assembling in New York City and around the world. As many of you know, today is the date of an international People's March, People's Climate March, with events in, I believe, over 2,800 cities. And this is a pretty big deal. And it's a big deal not just for folks who are concerned about environmental justice, but I think also for everyone who's interested in peace. The issues of the environment and militarism, of course, being very intricately connected. Something that you may know, the U.S. military is, in fact, the largest institutional purveyor of environmental degradation in the world. So we can't meaningfully talk about peace in a sense without talking about environmentalism, but we can't talk about the climate without talking about militarism. So it's awesome that these two things are both happening on one day, and hopefully, regardless of where you are and what event you're participating in, you have the other one in mind. So, sort of returning to what I expected to say. Of course, the topic of peace is far too large to tackle in 3 minutes or 2 minutes or whatever I have now. But I'll do my best. And my own relationship with peace is one of working to build collective capacity to dismantle systems of oppression and to bring to the center folks who are on the margins of society. As an anarchist, I come from a lineage of fierce anti-militarists, and a contribution of that lineage that I'd like to highlight today can be found in a slogan, which is, I think, often found throughout the history of this lineage. And that slogan is, no war between nations, no peace between classes. And what I find appealing about this isn't the sort of dated language or the possibility that you, my audience, might mistake me for a Marxist. What I find appealing about it is that it hints at a certain truth. And that truth is, I believe, that there are some types of relationships which simply can't be made peaceful. We live in a world in which violence is pervasive. Perhaps the most pervasive form of violence is institutional violence. For peace to be meaningful, it can't simply be the absence of conflict. There can be no peace between master and slave, between oppressor and oppressed, between privileged and debased. The peace that we seek cannot be the peace of a quiet prison cell or a starving child. While these situations may be peaceful for a time, they're beneath the surface of this type of peace. We find a very fierce institutional violence built on coercion and control. The work of peace must address this institutional violence in its many forms and ensure that all have access to liberty, autonomy, and dignity. As peacemakers, we must constantly work to be the allies of those who are marginalized, those who are oppressed, underprivileged, and never to be, excuse me, and never to support those who control them. Thank you.
Thank you, Loren. I couldn't have said that any better myself. Really, we have to strive hard in our society to remember that we're all connected. We're all part of the same tapestry. It's not yours and mine, it's ours. So thank you again for that reminder. Our next presenter, though, is a master's student at Erasmus University in Rotterdam, speaking on how to use Neuro Linguistic Programming to feel inner peace for no reason at all. It's Joost van der Leij. Please welcome.
Well, hello everybody. Very nice to participate here from the Netherlands. I want to thank all the previous speakers for their wonderful contributions. As a teenager, I was very active in the Dutch peace movement, but to be honest, even though my main goal was to help world peace, in effect, I also was very angry at the world and was secondarily driven by my anger at the world. And only later I learned that that anger had really nothing to do with the world. It was just my inability to deal with my own emotions. So I'm very happy that for the last 15 years I have learned Neuro Linguistic Programming, and that has many techniques to feel good for no reason at all. And one of the most and easiest techniques there in that department is one that you can immediately use to stop any negative feeling and move towards a more positive feeling of inner peace. And what you do is you first locate inside your body where that negative feeling is, and you trace the pattern. Most of the time it's either something that goes up and down, or it is a kind of knot which gets tense, or it's like a heavy stone that either pushes inwards or downwards. And then you turn that feeling upside down. It's either you let it go, or you move it outside, or you put the stone out of your body in a way. And then you just conjure up a feeling, and is to check with yourself that you either prefer to have a feeling of like white energy or white feeling coming downwards through your body or upwards. Most people prefer one of those two movements. And as soon as you found your own easy way to find inner peace, it becomes much more powerful when you're actually working for world peace, because then you're doing it from a positive state instead of, like me in my teens, from anger. And you do it from self-conscious, from relaxation, and from inner power. And that is much handier and can be used for all kinds of situations, not only to bring world peace, but also to present relaxed, to enjoy life, have better relationships, and many, many other things that you can improve your life with. So that was what I wanted to share with you on this wonderful Peace Day. So all have a happy Peace Day, and hopefully next time we do this, the world will be a lot more peaceful than it is today. Thank you.
Thank you, Joost. Now, I was thinking about something. We're talking about Peace Day, and earlier this week, my wife asked me to do something. Now, as most husbands do, this was not the first time she asked me. This was the 12th time she asked me, and it still was. I didn't do anything. My wife was a little perturbed with me, and she let it know. Her voice escalated that much louder to let her know that there was displeasure. In that moment, I had to stop, breathe, and I almost matched her tone back. I was like, no, I pretty much earned this one. Yeah, I pretty much did this, so I need to get this done. Had I done it in the first place, there would have probably been greater peace for her in that situation. So, my wife is watching, sorry, I apologize. But, you know, thinking about that, though, we have to really work to have peace among others, and especially among those that we love. That's so important. So, the next person I want to introduce to you is a poet who has been performing poetry here in Asheville for over 10 years. Please put your hands together for Mr. Kevin Evans.
Happy Peace Day. I had a lot of thoughts on peace the past few days when I was asked to read. And what finally came to me was actually this morning. It's called 700 Years. And of course, the need for peace comes from, of course, as we know, struggles or the opposition to peace. So that's a constant thing that we have to work on, of course, as we have all mentioned already. Okay. In the orchard, in the vineyard, you rested in the crisp night, fed by the stars and the fruit not yet wine. You rested until the world's suffering had stopped. Old woman had grown her hair that wrapped to the tops of the sequoias in eagle-eyed nests. Old man had grown frosty, foggy beard, reached into the deeps of the abyss. And we still believe in the flowers, and we still believe in the trees, and we still believe in the oceans, in an inalienable right to channel such fluid serenity, in beauty, in the wind-rubbed freedom that fox hunts through clouds and canopies alike, in the summertime midnight natural jungle lullabies, in the little baby's eyes that even awaken and surprise rogue and crone alike. From the cries to the chuckles and teethless smiles as they reflect in the opposite edges, spectrums of each other in reverse rainbow colors. And you were born or died with a pot of gold on your head. There once was a woman, widowed, wept, and mourned for 700 years. She didn't believe in peace until she made it. There once was a man who meditated and prayed for 700 years. He didn't believe in peace until he were it. Peace, please.
The thing I find fascinating is that peace can be expressed by those of us who are very concrete thinkers and those of us who are very creative souls, because it's something that's inborn and important to all of us. I do want to take a quick moment. I want to thank a few people that are here. We have Ms. Holly Snyder that's back here working on tech, who's making sure that things happen for us in a very tangible way, so thank you so much for that. Also, the person that you can't see right now who's waving this thing in front of me like crazy, Mr. Ben Mack, who has done a great deal of work to help us happen. A dear friend, Michelle Leipold, who's also been helping promote this, and there she is, Rosemary Vieira, who's taking pictures. You that are here at UNCA, you can see that, and you that are abroad or somewhere else in this world aren't able to see that, but she's doing a great job. I'm sure that those pictures will get out to you all eventually. We'll make sure that we digitally edit out all of them, please. Or if you could make it more spelt, that would be great. So without further ado, the leader of our 2014 Peace Day Mastermind that organized this Google Hangout and brought the idea of the Peace Day Festival to UNCA, Mr. Mark Jamnik.
Thank you. I'm humbled and honored to be part of such an amazing opportunity here, and I'm feeling the love right now. I'm feeling the love. I'm feeling the peace and gratitude. And so I want to thank you, Eric Malone. I know I'm personally grateful for the changes you made at 1-800 water damage to use chemicals that are at greater peace with nature. And you know, kudos to everyone and all of their amazing talents that have been brought together, from the singing to the poetry to just the every day-to-day action that each and every single one of us are taking. Again, feeling the peace. So I also would like to thank all of the sponsors, including 1-800 water damage, for making this possible, along with Earth Fair for the baguettes that the UNC campus is really enjoying right now, along with Roots Foods offering their 35 gourmet pounds of hummus. So I'm sure you'll have an opportunity to really enjoy that. So today marks the culmination of 6 months of twice-a-month masterminds to organize the Peace Day Hangout. Meetings I had the honor and privilege of leading. And this is the second year that I've had the pleasure of appearing on the Peace Day Asheville celebration of International Day of Peace. Asheville has been celebrating this for over 9 straight years. And I've been involved with Peace Day Asheville for 2 years. And before I step away, I wanted to shine a light on some of the successes we have enjoyed. Last year we had the ambitious goal to help hashtag Peace Day the trend on both Facebook and Twitter. Our Asheville team came up with a strategy of cooperation. We saw the major peace organizations with the beginning of the Thunderclap to promote their own wonderful hashtags on Peace Day, like hashtag Peace One Day and hashtag Peace Hug. Our group reached out to the top 12 Peace Day promoters and asked them if they would include hashtag Peace Day in their Thunderclap. And in the spirit of co-creating peace, most of them did. The result was that hashtag Peace Day trended for the first time last year, as we now imagine it will every September 21st. This year, our primary goal of Peace Day Asheville was more local involvement. Fellow mastermind partner Michelle Leipold brought the idea to UNCA, and James Whalen said yes. Then Alex Perry stepped up and produced and directed the festivities at UNCA. I hope you'll give a round of applause to those students and all of the community members who have helped produce this year's Peace Day festivals at UNCA. Now, it's my turn to pass the torch. Last year I emceed the event in Asheville. This year Eric Malone has done a fantastic job stepping up, adding his own uniqueness to it and his own piece to it. This year I had the opportunity to be the Peace Day Mastermind sessions. And I'm excited to pass the torch to a fellow mastermind collaborator to lead next year's twice-a-month Peace Day Asheville Mastermind. Please help me in welcoming next year's mastermind leader, Loren Strand.
Thank you, Mark. I'm excited for this opportunity. Peace means the world to me. Helping this year has been a highlight for me. And my wife says I feel better after each Peace Day Mastermind. Somehow, focusing on spreading peace helps me have more inner peace in my life. And I want to invite all of you who are watching to join our Asheville Peace Day Mastermind next year. We'll start up again in mid-January. We use Google Hangouts to organize, so you can be anywhere in the world and join our Peace Day Mastermind. If you're interested, please email me. My email address is peace@lorenstrand.com. That's PEACE@LORENSTRAND.com. Thank you all for helping co-create a celebration of peace on Peace Day, and helping us step closer to enjoying peace on Earth, which starts with peace one day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Loren. Remember, if you do want to communicate with him, again, that is peace@lorenstrand.com. So our next speaker is really exciting to me because I feel it's so important for the next generation to be involved with peace now. We want to see peace continue to progress. And we want war and strife to be eradicated. And it's got to begin with us, and we have to push it down to that next generation so that they understand the importance of what is being accomplished and what we're doing. With that, I am very excited to present Mr. Michael Leipold, who's an Asheville teenager who's going to talk to you about peace. Thank you.
What does peace mean to me? Peace is not just a word that describes no fighting and no war. It's a feeling that can be shared among others, a feeling that expresses and accepts others and your ideas wholeheartedly. Peace is an idea that expresses no dominance over another man, because if there was dominance over others, whose ideas would be heard? Who would spread peace? Peace to me is happiness and forgiveness to others, because if there was no forgiveness, there would be fighting and shunned ideas of others. Peace to me is a belief of equality among men, a belief of your right to speak your mind freely. Because without peace, where is love? Love cannot exist without peace. You just can't love something you're at war against. Peace to me is a feeling, an idea, and a belief. Peace Day Asheville celebrates 3 ideas of peace: inner peace, peace between people, and peace with nature. I find peace by doing activities such as meditation, sleeping, and playing piano. I find peace between people in my church and playing chess and doing things with my friends and family. And I find peace with nature by hiking, camping, and playing outside. I share peace through helping others. I give hugs and make people laugh. I do community service for Boy Scouts. You can share peace through even the littlest of things, like a smile, a hug, and kind words, and helping others. These little things can even save lives just through spreading peace. People enjoy being happy, and if you can share even the littlest of things, it takes seconds out of your day to make somebody smile. You'll feel better about yourself. Spreading peace is an opportunity. You can take it whenever you want, but if you can make somebody smile in one of the easiest ways possible, by spreading peace, why not do it? Peace is a very special thing, an amazing thing, and it needs to be shared. I'm 13, and my generation doesn't really understand how to spread peace. If you know somebody that doesn't really understand it, then you can help them by sitting down and talking with them and understanding what their life is like, and show them how to spread peace. I deserve peace, and everybody does. Thank you for your time.
So as possible, I just heard one of the most profound things I've heard in a real long time. Can't have love without peace. You can't love something that you're at war with. That's fantastic. That's a great line. You know, it got me thinking a lot about in my life. When there's something that I want to do or I want, it becomes my target. And the sad thing is that whatever that target is, whether good or bad, we usually hit the target. So many times our lack of peace is because we're ego-driven. We want to have something. We want to take something because we feel that we're owed it, or there's an offense that has been committed against us. So we become angry. Instead of allowing our ego to go to the place of saying, my needs are important, but other people, their needs may supersede mine. So remembering the other person, you know, when he cuts you off in traffic, or he gets the last bottle of water when you're really thirsty, isn't an opportunity to be mad. It's an opportunity to let peace radiate. So, in closing this event, I'm going to invite Zack back on stage, who so eloquently spoke and sang before, to close us out with singing. And thank you so much for the peace and love that you showed me today, and for the peace and love that you show everybody every day. Peace Day isn't a one-day-a-year thing. This is something that needs to change our lives. It needs to permeate our being until next year.
Let us stand, and if you're near someone, just join hands. Kevin, I'd like to make sure to speak with you before. And many of us are of that age where we remember this song, All We Are Saying. How many remember that? Give peace a chance. All we are saying, 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 give peace a chance. One more time. All we are saying, give peace a chance. All we are saying, give peace a chance. And a song that I wrote, may peace be with you till we meet again. May peace be with you till we meet again. Everybody. May peace be with you till we meet again. May peace be with you till we meet again. May love be with you till we meet again. Till we meet again. Thank you.